Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a bronzer brush review. I've picked out 4 of my bronzer brushes and I'm going to be telling you guys what I think about them, what they work great for, if they blend well, and all those kind of reviews. So let's find out which one works best for you. Okay, so I have 4 bronzer brushes that I want to share with you guys. The first is the Real Techniques blush brush. I have the It Cosmetics Soft Touch Blush Brush, and I have this e.l.f. Contour Brush. And then lastly, I also have the cheaper e.l.f. contour brush. So I'm going to be using a matte bronzer from Urban Decay, and I'm going to first start off with the e.l.f. contour brush. Now this one is really great if you're someone who likes a very chiseled contour, very defined cheekbones. This is going to be your best friend. However, I do highly recommend, if you are going to apply bronzer with this brush, that you make sure to set your powder with foundation for easier blending, as well as having another brush to kind of blend it out, because as I'll show you, this one doesn't blend it out super easily. But like I said, it gives a really beautiful contour. Very structured and strong. So I'll show you guys. I'm applying it from the top of my ear down to about right here, and then just like curving it up slightly. Then I'm just gonna blend it out with this guy a little bit, going up and down. And as you can see, it's not really blending super easily. Like, you can still see a really harsh line. So what I normally like to do is I'll go ahead and carve out my contour with this brush. Then I'll take the Real Techniques brush and kind of just take the side of it and buff it out so it's not super harsh, but still has a really nice structure for your contour. Okay, so there you can see how it kind of looks, and obviously the more you blend, the better it's going to look, the more natural it's going to look. So now on the other side, I'll go ahead and use a tapered contour brush, or like a slanted contour brush like so. It Cosmetics sells really great brushes. I love how soft they are. The texture, the way it feels on your skin is really nice. However, these are a bit more pricey than buying something like the e.l.f. line or the Real Techniques line, so that's something to keep in mind. So I'm going to apply some bronzer. I'm going to start from the corner of my ear, the tip of my ear, and bring it down almost to my lips. But you don't want to bring it far, like kind of how I tell is when I smile. I stop it like right about out here, because if it comes any closer, it looks really strange and unnatural. And this brush blends it out extremely well. So that's one thing that I do like a lot about this brush. I mean, look at how easily that blended out. So this brush is definitely going to give you a nice effect, but not quite as chiseled as the other side. So you can kind of compare. And then this brush pretty much does the same thing. It's one of the e.l.f. brushes from their cheaper line, and I really don't love this brush. It sheds a lot, but I'll show you guys how this works anyways. I'll go ahead and contour my nose. So I'm loading it up with bronzer, and I'm just going to go down the side of my nose. I'm going to do a little V, the tip of my nose, and then down the side of my nose again. And I'll blend it out. And the hairs on this brush are really scratchy, so it doesn't feel really soft and nice and smooth on the skin. But it gets the job done. It just doesn't blend out as easily as the It Cosmetics brush. Now obviously I've used this brush already blending it out. This is really great for blending it out because it's tapered, which means it has the longer hairs and then it goes down to the shorter hairs, and that's really great when you need a powerful blending tool. So I really like to use this one to bronze up and warm up the hairline as well as the temples. And like I said, blending out my structured contour when I use the e.l.f. brush. This is great for applying bronzer too. Sometimes if I'm in more of a rush, I'll use this one to apply bronzer, and I'll show you guys. I'll go like right on top of this one because they're more similar. And then I just start here and then use that right to define the cheekbones. This one is a little bit thicker, so you're not gonna get quite as defined cheekbones as with this one. This is gonna give a more bronzy, natural looking glow. So I'll show you guys how this one works. I'll warm up the temples and the hairline. So I'll show you guys how I use this one to warm up the hairline and the temples. So I just like to shade in the temples a little bit. And this isn't how you should contour for every face shape, just throwing that out there. This is just how I personally contour for my face shape, which is more of a heart face shape. But if you guys would like to see how to contour for different face shapes, put that in the comments down below, and I will be happy to do a video on that for you guys. So I'm just warming up the hairline and going back, blending out the temples. And I'm just gonna go back and blend everything. See, the one brush shed on me. Then I also just like to pop a little bit underneath the lips. And then voila. So my thoughts over all these bronzer brushes, and obviously there are plenty more on the market, but this kind of covers every different category of bronzer brush. So these definitely work amazing. Like I said, if you're someone who likes a really structured contour and you're trying to make your face look thinner, this is going to be the tool for you. Like I said, just make sure that you powder and you blend with another brush, possibly something like this, a tapered brush. This is great if you want like a natural sun-kissed glow, just bronzing all over the face or applying bronzer real quick, but you want it to look more glowy, not as structured and defined. So this is great if you want a more sun-kissed bronzy glow to your skin, if you're someone who's just bronzing to kind of tan your skin. And then as for these kinds of brushes, these kind of do the same thing that this does. However, this does give you a little bit more of a structured contour, not very strong, but more so than this one. So if you kind of want a middle ground between the very structured and like the bronzy glow, I would definitely go for one of these guys. However, I wouldn't do one of the cheaper ones like this because the bristles are really, really hard, and I feel like it's not as effective and it doesn't blend as well as something as soft like the It Cosmetics one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope I helped you pick out a new bronzer tool. If I did, please let me know in the comment section down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Okay. Say hi guys, here with Grandma, Cousin Mickey, Hubby Paul, having some key lime pie.